Have you ever noticed sitting around a campfire, the smoke seems to always find out where you're sitting? Well, today in Iowa, I'm going to show you how to get rid of that pesky smoke. Hi everybody. About a year ago I built this fire pit, and a friend explained a way for me to get fresh air into the bottom of the fire ring. That allows the fire to burn a lot hotter, and that eliminates that pesky smoke that seems to always find where you're sitting. Through pictures and some video, I'm going to show you how we did that. So the first thing we did was get the 1025 out, took out the soil, leveled it up, put some granular fill in, and compacted it, painted a white line to indicate 14 feet. That's the size we thought we wanted it. We put some chairs out there, sat in the chairs, put the fire ring in the middle, and really looked at the size a long time. 14 feet allowed for about a 5-foot fire ring, and then 5 feet in between the ring and the exterior wall. Next, the frame was built. I put a couple of bump outs that you can see there. One is for the step foundation, and the other bump out was for the gas grill. You can see the circle of where the fireplace is going to be, so everything's in place. And now this is where I'll show you how the pipe is installed. So I want to point out, before the re-rod and the rock was put in place, I put a 4-inch steel pipe in the ground that goes from the fire pit, the bottom of the fire pit, to daylight. That'll all make more sense here in just a little bit. So if you can look in the fire pit, you'll see the steel pipe, and then it runs out towards the top of your screen. That's going underground. Disregard the drain tile that's laying there. That has nothing to do with this pipe installation. I used steel pipe that first 5 or 6 feet because I was worried about the temperature. Then I went to a plastic pipe. It was easier to install. Looking back, I wish I would have went to a galvanized steel pipe in case this pipe rusts and swells up and cracks the concrete. Here's a picture of the concrete poured. I used a stamped concrete. It doesn't show very well, but it's a gray-brown mix to match some of the stone. You can see the 2 ears that I put out. One area there is for the grill, and the other one is to set the first step stone on, so everything would be equal height. Well, here's a picture of the fire ring now installed. It came as a kit. The stones are all pre-cut to a certain radius, and you come with it comes with the drawing. You match the drawing to the stone, circle it around there, and you end up with a very nice fire ring. We also started the wall to the left there. You can see I was setting my elevation. That's where I wanted the finished walls to all end up. And then to the right, you can see the green pipe that goes out to the side. That's the vent pipe that I've been talking about. Well, as you can see, I added some landscape rock, cut off the long pipe, painted it brown to match the rock, and I bought a small floor fan. It's a multi-speed fan, and it's going to work very nice for here. I'll take the cap off. I position the fan up there. I can turn it several different directions and different speeds to change the flow of air into the fire pit, depending how wet the wood is or what I would like to do. So in this case, I'm going to start the fire with some cardboard. I'll turn that fan on, and you'll see what's going to happen. And that will really get the fire going. Well, it's been 15 or 20 minutes. It's really going quite well. Something I wanted to also speak to was with the blower. I realized this is a pretty big blower. Somebody told me to put a computer fan type motor and put it right into the plastic tube. But another way, this is the slowest setting on it, another way to slow it down a little bit is just turn the angle of how much air is going in there. The fan's real quiet. It doesn't disrupt anything here, so I can adjust it to blow more or less air on it, and that works quite well also. One last thing I wanted to show you. This is out of sequence. Here the fire pit has the blower pushing fresh air into the pit. It's obvious.
Okay, now turn it off.
Now I'm going to turn the blower off. Watch what happens. It goes from that aggressive burn to a more lazy fire. It depends how wet the wood is and what you're trying to accomplish. So it's a great way to get a fire started. Blow a little air in there and keep the smoke down. I'm very happy with it. And it's less than a couple $100 to do something like this to your fire pit. That's all I have for today. See you next time from Today in Iowa.